I have the great pleasure of introducing someone that I met, I don't know, almost 2 years ago exactly in March in Riverside. If you recall, when I started my chairmanship, we did a series of town hall. We went to Riverside County. If you recall, Jerry Brown was there the week before doing his town hall where he banned all Republicans from being in the room and gave a speech to union members about how he was reaching out to Republicans. It was an interesting affair. And we had invited along this Lake Elsinore City Councilwoman who turned out to be really the star of the show. Now, you already had a hint on it, but listen, why don't you come up and you can take a gander, come on, of your average-looking, Russian-speaking American naval spy. Now, I used to think that my dad was a tough guy to grow up in. Melissa has 5 kids. And I don't know how you spy on 5 kids, Nico. Nico also served in Afghanistan for us, correct? Let's do a round of applause. This is an extraordinary family of achievement. People have dedicated, their family has dedicated so much to America, and truly a great friend of mine. We've become good friends in the last 2 years, and just a great person who's going to be a star for us for years to come. AssemblyWoman Melissa Melendez.
This is a hazard of being short. It's the story of my life, but I am used to it. Good evening, everyone. First, I want to say thank you to Tom for inviting me. He has, as you know, he's done everything he can possibly do, every bit of strength he can muster up to work for this party and help us move forward. He has done, and we are so appreciative of your efforts. So, Chairman Beccaro, I am honored to be here before you this evening as we gather to celebrate our party's core principles, which is individual responsibility, low taxes, and limited government. Limited government, right? These were the values really that officially established this party, and they were good then and they're good now, and they always will be, and we need to remember that and remind people of that. I also, before I forget, want to thank my husband, Nico. Nico, wave your hand. Yeah, Nico. So he puts up with the crazy schedule and helping with the kids and talking politics and being dragged to probably more dinners than he would care to. He does it with a smile, and he carries my purse, and he doesn't complain about it. So thank you, honey, for all your support. And more important than any recognition I could give this evening is the recognition I'm about to give, and that is to our servicemen and women. If you have served in the military or you are currently serving today, would you please stand up so we can recognize you? Please stand up. And they are not the only ones who sacrifice. It is very hard to ship your loved one off and stay home and deal with everything that needs to be taken care of at home. So if you're a family member of one of those service members, please stand up. You need to be recognized as well. Come on, don't be shy. Stand up. I did not grow up in California. I actually grew up in Ohio. There you go, my Buckeyes are here. You guys come on over to this table. Come on, let's sit up front. I came to California for the first time when I was 13 years old. And that was the first time I'd seen with my own eyes an orange growing on a tree. And it's the first time I ever held an avocado in my hand. It was quite an eye-opening experience. experience for me. And as a 13-year-old girl, I remember all the wonder that California had. I remember that when my friends found out that I was coming to California, I was a rock star. I mean, they thought that was a big deal. And I came here and we stayed for, about a month visiting my uncle who's in the Navy here. So I had an opportunity to see what California was all about. We were all over the states, and I just remember thinking as a girl, there has to be a way I can find a way to get back to California so that one day I can say with pride, I'm a Californian. And so I did that. Actually, I did that some years later. When I was 19, I came back to California in the Navy, and I was my eyes were still full of wonder. I was in Monterey. I came up here to learn Russian so I could be an intelligence operative in Reagan's Cold War. And again, I had a year to see what California was all about, but I still, I wasn't here to stay. I thought I have to find a way to get back here. And I'd also never seen a mix of so many different nationalities in one place, only on TV. And I thought, wow, this California is what a great mix of America. They say the Midwest is kind of that swath of America. But I saw California as the same way. You can find any nationality here, people from all over the world. They're all in California. And it is a melting pot. California, I can't think of a more prominent example of a melting pot in California. And I am from a mixed family. A lot of people don't know that. My father was a Republican and my mother was a Democrat. So we're the picture of diversity. So this is a good thing. And I did have that entire year to see what California was all about. I did manage to come back and bring my family here after I left naval service. And what I want to see is my kids, all 5 of them, I want to see them look at California with the same wonder that I did as a 13-year-old. I want them to look, no matter what direction they look in California, I want them to see opportunity. I want my 7-year-old son to one day be able to build a business with his own money and his own sweat and tears and pass it on to his family. And I want him to be able to say he did that without interference from the government or help from the government, that he did it on his own. I was trying to talk to one of my younger boys, he's 8. You have to put things in kids' perspective, right? You can't, he's a smart kid, but you try to boil it down to something they can understand. We were talking about California and what it was and what it can be and what it is now. And I said, honey, when a baker is making bread, a really great bread, she has to knead the dough, and then she has to let it rise to perfection. And then she has to punch it down in order for it to rise to its final perfect form. And that's how we see in California, that we've been punched down several times, right? But we are rising to that perfection, and everybody in this room is helping to do that. So I am proud to be here with you this evening as an elected representative. I'm going to do everything I can to walk with you and bring our state and our party back to where she belongs. And I thank you for your dedication for being here this evening. And may God bless America. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Let's give another round of applause for